Alright.
Okay, hello there, hello, and everyone, welcome to the Revenge of the Werewolf. My name is Wolfgang von Talbotsky IV, and this is the long-form social deduction improv show where one of the performers you see on screen will in fact turn out to be a werewolf. So everyone in the audience, be aware because there is a wolf about. In a moment, though, I'm going to direct your eyes down to the bottom of the screen where it says at the moment, audience, give us your thoughts. So throughout the show, make sure you continue to give us your thoughts on who you suspect of being the werewolf. But for now, let's meet tonight's players. Starting with Chad. Say hello to the people.
Yo, it's your boy, three-time All-State All-American Varsity Champion, Chad Wolfman the Third.
Okay, next up we are going to meet our next villager, Vlad.
Good evening, and yes, I am back with mixing accent. And unfortunately, last time I endorsed my money to the politician and I lost my house. So I came to the Phantom of the Opera, drank his blood. So sometimes I might go, "It's over now," but I'll try to control that.
Okay, next up we're going to meet Jenny.
Hey, what's up? It's Jenny Outback from the Outback. I'm Australian!
Fantastic. Next up we are going to meet Scott.
Yes, hello. I am the beekeeper of the village, creating honey for millions. Thank you.
Okay, fantastic stuff. Next up we are going to meet Zelina. Say hello to the people.
Hello, I'm Selena. I'm a bit of a goth, as you can see. I like to hang out at the cafe sometimes and the library.
Okay, fantastic stuff. Now that we have met Zelina, we are going to meet Scott Honey. Say hello to the people.
Hello again.
We already met you?
Yep.
Oh, so next up we're going to meet Bonnet Clyde. Say hello to the people.
Hello, everybody. My name is Clyde, simply because I wear a bonnet. And my name is Clyde.
Excellent stuff. Next up, we're going to meet Dr. J. Foster.
Oh, hi, hello. Oh God, there's so many of you out there. That's brilliant. Hello, I'm a doctor, well, a doctor of sorts, but I'm just passing through, and I hear there's some trouble about, so I'm here to help. God, you're brilliant. You're so brilliant.
And last but not least, we're going to meet Nosti Ferratu. Say hello to the people.
I actually prefer to be called Little Nicky, but Nosty's my real name. I'm a rude teen, and I don't take no shit from nobody.
Fantastic. So, everyone, my name is Wolfgang von Talbotsky IV, and one of the people you see here is not who they claim to be. One of them is actually a werewolf. So, in a moment, all of our villagers are going to go to bed, but first of all I'm going to direct your eyes to the fact that either side of the screen of performers here you will see that there are 8 bottles with green liquid in. They are protection spells. Our villagers can get to use one unless anyone tries to steal one from someone else. You will also see there are 2 axes at the bottom of the screen. So, with this, I'm going to see, apparently there's a little bit of an echo. Audience, feel free to give us any comments along the way. I solved the echo, but alas, it would seem not. Hopefully that will dampen it out slightly. I'm going to ask everyone, please switch off your cameras. It's Betty Bye's time. So, audience, during this time, the night phase, I am going to roll a dice, and it will correspond to one of the people that we have here, one of the villagers. And it is now decided. I will now message this one person and this one person only to let them know you are the wolf. Keep an eye on your messages. Make sure, villagers, that you only message directly back to me. If you message directly to everyone else, then they will know if you are the werewolf. Can't hear the host now, so this is going well. So we'll try and sort this out, guys. I've turned my audio up. So hopefully, well, we're in a cave, guys. What can I say? We're in a cave. If there's an echo, we'll cope. What was I going to say? Let me just check the audio. Well, we'll check it later. Let's have a listen. Okay, I can hear myself. I'm satisfied that I can be heard. So, the person who is the werewolf, please let me know who you would like to take out as your first victim. Okay. Any of the other villagers, if you would like to protect yourself from a potential werewolf attack, you need to write directly to me and no one else, not publicly, save me or protect me. If you would like to steal someone's potion, their protection spell, then write whose protection spell you would like to steal. Okay, and with this, I can sense that there's something in the bushes. Watch out, guys, there's a wolf about. Okay, everyone, come on back. Wakey, wakey, rise and shine. Everybody, come on back. So, with this, I can say that having a look at things, there has been a lot of activity during the night. So let's have a look. Okay, excellent, excellent, excellent. I can say that everyone is still alive. Wait 1 second. Hang on. Everyone is still alive. Everyone is still alive. We have not had any deaths here. Perhaps my presence, a wolf, I have scared off any potential werewolves. But I suspect that there is a werewolf still among us. And I can tell you that with a roll of the dice, I can sense that there is dark magic afoot. And Scott, unfortunately, you have been cursed. Someone has cursed you, and throughout the remainder of this day, you are going to have to say all of your sentences backwards. You're going to have to say all of your sentences in reverse. So, now, we are going to go round and everyone will get to ask one other person one question. Try to find out who is the wolf before it kills someone. Okay, starting. Dr. J. Foster, who do you have a question for?
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. I have a question for the goth lady, Zelina. I'd like to ask her a question, please. Zelina, you said you hang out by the bookshop. I love books. What's your favourite book?
My favourite book is the Necronomicon.
Interesting. Brilliant. You're brilliant.
Okay, next up, Scott Honey. Who do you have a question for?
Foster J. Doctor.
And your question is?
You are Doctor of kind what?
Well, I'm a doctor of all sorts, you see. I just come from place to place, going maybe like over here and over here, but wherever people need me, that's the kind of doctor I am. I'm here to help.
So no PhD.
I have a PhD, just
Oh, Vlad, you have preemptively asked a question. You have now lost your question for this round. So, next up, Chad Wolfman III. Who do you have a question for?
I would like to direct my question to little Nicky.
Yeah? What do you want?
As the leading baseball hitter in the village, what was your favorite moment of mine? Facilitate my ego, please.
Baseball is for nerds.
Okay, next up, we've got some questions from our audience section. Let's just have a quick look here. And we've got... Maxine says, that's scary. I think I've spotted the werewolf. No, I'm an actual wolf.
Really brilliant. Tell us
I'm a
who it is.
talking wolf. Let's have a look what else we've got. Please ask Selena if she's single, asks JJ Hazan in the comments for Selena.
Ooh, JJ, I like the sound of that name. I'm single, honey, but if you're interested, just give me a call.
Okay, next up. Nosti, do you have a question for someone?
Yeah, I got a question for Bonnet Clyde. Why are you so stupid?
Well, aren't we all stupid? You and me. We both. Everybody's stupid.
Okay. Jenny from the block, do you have a question for someone?
Oh, you funny Wolfgang. It's Jenny Outback. I'm not from the block. Oh, I've got a quick. You know what? My accent is disappearing. Oh, ooh. You know what? I got a question for Craigie. I got a question for that guy, Scott Honey. You're a beekeeper, are you?
Yes. He's nice.
Okay, Zelina, do you have a question for someone?
Yes, I have a question for Jenny.
And what's your question?
Jenny? I would like to ask Jenny if she is related to Jerry. That's a potentially nasty person from Survivor.
No, never heard of him. But I am a very distant cousin of Crocodile Dundee.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, shrimp with a Bobby.
Okay, interesting stuff. And then lastly, Bonnet, do you have a question for someone?
Yes, I have a question for Scott. I noticed that you've been drinking a lot of water, Scott. Why are you so thirsty?
I don't know.
Okay, interesting stuff. So now we are going to have a interaction, and it is going to be between Jenny, and it is going to be between Vlad. Jenny and Vlad, everyone else please take out your camera views.
Jenny!
Yeah, I'm right here, mate.
You know that some of my Australian friends might find that offensive.
Really? Honestly, and you're talking about me, you're in whiteface.
Good point.
Yeah, we both be pretty offensive right now. You know what? I heard that you were on the prowl last night. Looking for blood.
I'm a vampire, Johnny. I'm always on the prowl, especially for women like you. You get me?
Nah. You know, I heard that vampires are not real, mate. I heard that it's just a cult, just to get women. A bunch of nerds that can't find
that's what the Phantom of the Opera thought, and you know, I now have his vocal cord. So if you need, I can be your music.
Okay, that is the end of that. Everyone come on back. There will now be I'm back to normal. There will now be a 2-minute period. I'm going to see what's going on there. There will now be a 2-minute period of group interaction. Everyone use this last 2 minutes to work out who the werewolf may be.
Okay.
Oh, The host is a wolf. I think we found him.
No,
No, he used to work for me. He's harmless.
Vlad, suspicious you're.
I think there's something more. I think in this sort of quandary, of course, it would be the person that looks very creepy. So Vlad, I'm so sorry, but I don't think that. I think. Oh, Bonnet Clyde, you've not spoken much. Did you see anything last night? Was there anything yourself? You've been very quiet.
I saw something moving from Vlad's cape inside. I think there might be a wolf inside that cape.
Oh, he farted.
Inside my cave there are many wonders, but not there's a wolf.
I was going to say,
No,
he's
honey
like
man.
a werewolf in that cave.
Bears love honey.
No. He's too charismatic. He's gonna live to the end, knowing how plots go. No, it's gonna be somebody else completely. It's gonna be someone that's very unassuming. Little Nicky, you've also not spoken too much. Tell us, what were you doing last night?
I was getting high with my friends because I'm fucking cool, okay?
You're a teen, right? I heard there was a teen wolf.
I'm too young to get that reference, okay?
Or too old, to be exact.
Dr. Foster, you claim it's the people who don't talk a lot, but I think it could be the people who talk a lot. You're diverting the suspicion onto others, so...
Now that is true. As someone who is the cleverest person in the room, I do talk a lot, but I am trying to work out who it is. So honestly...
You don't have a PhD.
That's a very good
No, I do have a PhD. It's just not in the health thing. I've explained all this before. Look, it doesn't matter. I think.
Yeah, Zumina.
That does matter, actually.
No, I'm not a doctor. I could be. You get doctorates in other things.
What is your doctrine?
Fine. It is within time itself, my friends. I travel from time period to time period.
Okay, and that is the end of this period of open interaction. I'm feeling a bit more human these days. Because there may be some sort of technical error. But with this, I'm sure I'll end up as a wolf again at some point. With this, audience, it is now voting time. Please, vote now and save us. One of us is not who they say they are. One of us is a werewolf, and it's only by the grace of God that we have all survived this long. If we can catch the person we suspect of being the werewolf quickly and sharply, then we can all survive. So, vote. Put into the comment section who you suspect of being the wolf. Is it Jenny Outback, Vlad Dracula Tepes, Scott Honey, Nosti Ferratu, Chad Wolfman III, Dr. J Foster, Zelina the Goth, or Bonnet Clyde? Put the name into the comment section as quick as you can, and we are going to have a vote amongst us. Jenny, who do you suspect of being the werewolf?
Oh, me, it's come to me. Yeah. You know what? I think it's that guy with the bees. I've never seen him with bees, to be honest.
Okay, so that's Scott Honey. It may be useful if everyone uses the villagers' names, because I may not have been paying attention to their backstories. So, Vlad.
Honey.
Yes,
Scott,
thank you.
Honey.
Okay, Vlad Dracula Tepes, who do you suspect of being the werewolf?
Well, I also have another suspicion, David. It's because I think Nosferatu could be my son. And then he changed his name to be much edgier. Why you've done that? Anyway, my vote goes for the honey guy because no one has died.
Okay, so that is a second vote there. Let's have a look. Who do you vote against? Chad.
I am casting my vote for the Doctor of Deceit, J. Foster.
I wasn't being deceitful.
Okay, that is a vote against Jay.
Could be a doctor.
Nosti Ferratu, who do you vote against?
Okay, first of all, that guy's not my dad. He's gross. And I want to vote for that nerd, Bonnet Clyde, but he's too much of a nerd to be a werewolf, so it's obviously Scott Honey.
Okay, that's his third vote against Scott Honey. Let's have a look. Scott Honey, who do you vote against?
Vlad for vote aye.
Okay, you vote against Vlad. Next up, let's have a look. Dr. J. Foster, who do you vote against?
Well, I have been wondering why the bees are disappearing, but I'm going to keep that line of inquiry open. So I think, well, I'm going to be fair. I'm going to vote for the quiet one, Bonnet Clyde. I'm going to vote for you. I'm so sorry, my friend. But you're brilliant. You're brilliant.
I suspected that the bees were just going home. But still, let's have a look. Who else we have to vote? Zelina the Goth. Who do you suspect it is?
Well, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to vote for the loudest one in the village, which is by far Dr. J. Foster.
I'm trying to work it out.
Okay, Dr. J. Foster, there's another vote there. Bonnet Clyde, who do you suspect?
I believe in Chad and I believe in Selena. The loudest one is a diversion tactic. So I'm voting for Dr. J.
Look, just because I'm the cleverest person in the room doesn't mean you have to vote for me.
Okay, let's go over to the comment section and see what people are saying. See if there are any actual final questions. We may ask them in the next day. Let's have a look. We've got a vote against Chad. We've got a vote against Jenny. We've got a vote against Bonnet. A vote against Vlad. Another against Vlad. A third against Vlad. One against the Doctor. So Vlad actually gets the most votes there. So Vlad, you get the vote. So with this, we have a tie situation. So it is now between Dr. J. Foster and Scott Honey. Just by a show of hands, these are the only two options now if you voted otherwise. Who here thinks it is Dr. J. Foster? Show of hands. 1, 2. That's okay. 3, 4, 5. Who here thinks that it is Scott? Okay, that is 2.
Technically, I have 2 hearts. I count as 2 votes, yes?
Not quite. But if you regenerate, then that incarnation may get another vote, but that won't be until after death.
And my soul.
So, with this, Dr. J. Foster, you have been marked for death. Can I ask one of our villagers who would like to...
Me.
Okay, Vlad, you were right in there. Vlad, you would like to execute Dr. J. Foster. Everyone else, please step aside. This will be a private affair. So, at this time, I will remind our villagers, Dr. J. Foster, you will be executed during this 30-second execution scene. But you have 2 options. If you have a protection spell, you can say to use a protection spell. If you do not, or if you would like to go this option, you can call to grab an axe, in which you will have a 1 in 8 chance, but decided by a roll of the dice, that you will actually be able to turn the axe on your would-be killer. And Vlad, you will have a 1 in 2 chance of getting a bonus protection spell as the reward for this risk. So please call odds or evens.
Evens.
And it is a 3. That is an odd. So there will now be a 30-second interaction during this. Please make peace with your god or protect yourself if you can. Take it away.
Doctor, I do fancy knowledge myself. I am a knowledge of thousands and thousands of millennia I exist.
But me too.
But by ending your life by my hand, you might regenerate into a vampire. So you will have all the time in the world. And you can be my bride as well.
Oh, I don't like that option. Can I use the axe, please?
Okay, so you have called to grab an axe. An axe has been used. Please now, Dr. J. Foster, tell me a number from 1 to 8. If you guess correctly, you will turn the axe back on Vlad.
So I've lived many timelines, so I know the actual prediction of this outcome. It's definitely going to be a 5. So
5.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
It is a 5. So you have successfully protected yourself. So with that, you turn the axe back on Vlad. Vlad, are you going to try and protect yourself? Are you going to try and protect yourself?
Yes.
Okay, I can now inform you that you don't have a protection spell. It was stolen. So, with that, Vlad, you are dead. Everyone, come on back. So, audience, continue to give us your thoughts. The villagers voted and decided that Dr. J. Foster was a werewolf, but Dr. J. Foster was able to protect herself and turn an axe on her would-be executioner. So now we definitely have a death. Was it the death of a werewolf, though? Let's find out. Vlad, from beyond the grave, tell us, were you the werewolf?
How many times do I have to tell it to you people? I am a vampire.
Yes or no?
That would be that.
That would be it. Yes.
Okay, that would be that they are. That he is.
No,
You're not the You're not the werewolf. You're not the werewolf.
What am I saying?
Yes. Okay. So with
knowledge,
this, the audience continue to give us votes. Eva Martini suspects that it's Wolfgang. The clue is in the name. Kidding, just kidding. And she voted a little bit too late. She voted for Chad. It wouldn't have made a difference for the vote at that stage, though. So, with this, everyone, it's time to go to sleep. Everyone, lock yourselves into your houses. Board up those windows, because I suspect that there is a wolf about. Once again, I will remind all of our villagers that during this night phase, I need to hear from the werewolf. Please choose your would-be victim, and then also anyone else either steal a protection spell or use one if you wish to. You only get one during this. Okay, let's have a look. Uh-oh, I can hear a wolf again. Okay, everyone come on back. Okay, let's have a look what we've got. I just need to confirm what we've got here. I need to confirm. Okay, so with this, there's been a lot of activity during the night. I've got some bad news to share. First of all, with a roll of the dice, I can say that, Zelina, you have been cursed. Throughout the remainder of this day, every time you communicate, it will be in riddles. You will only be able to communicate in riddles. I can also say that from beyond the grave, Vlad has used a curse to take out vengeance on his executioner, Dr. J. Foster. And for the remainder of this day, you will only be able to communicate through song. Okay? But I'm afraid there is some bad news. We have a thief in the village. A thief. Scott Honey, you attempted to steal someone's protection spell, and you have lost a limb. You have lost a limb. What a surprise indeed. But is it up to us to judge someone so harshly?
Yes.
When obviously they were in a poor state, because poor Scott Honey was killed last night by a wolf. The thief was out, he didn't board up his windows, and he was easy prey and easy pickings for the werewolf. Scott Honey from beyond the grave. When I said Scott Honey, it sounded like I was saying, hey baby. Right, Scott Honey, please tell us. Did you see who was the werewolf? Did you see your attacker during the night?
I could smell some strange smell. I think it was perfume of Zelina.
Interesting thought. So, there will now be a 3-minute period of open interaction. Everyone, bash this out. We need to stop the wolf before he strikes again.
Everyone silence. No one talks but the doctor.
Excellent. I'm glad it was my moment. So where were people last night?
I don't think it was Zelina, actually.
Revenge is so sweet.
Who had a vendetta against Honey Boy?
Some would say that I make my own perfume.
Yes, I apologise for that, Zelina. I don't think it was you, actually.
Someone's got some strong pheromones, eh? really strong.
What's the perfume like in the outback, Jenny?
Like I said, pheromones. We don't need it. It drives the animals crazy.
Nosy Ferratu.
Pheromones wafting
Who
into
is your mother?
the house. I see you. I see you, Jenny Outback, if that is your real name.
It is.
Nosy, who is your mother?
It's Nikki, you fuck! And how dare you? I'll do your mother, you turd. Anyways, Bonnie is a nerd, so Also,
Is that how you talk to your father and women?
Zelina, why are you single still, you nerd?
Well,
Dr. J, I know
sometimes
it's a nerd. Are you okay?
it's being talked over isn't very nice. Others might say that one's own company is far better.
Nerd.
Daddy, is that an answer?
That's a riddle.
Oh, I forgot.
Bonnet, you said you had a question for me.
Louder, we cannot hear you.
I'm singing as loud as I can without breaking out my microphone again. Bonnet, you said you had a question for me. Please tell me what it was.
Yes. I noticed that you're quite quiet lately.
I think I've
Are
been
you
as
okay?
quiet as ever. I mean, I've been very good. But
No, I think he means your audio. You're quiet in your audio.
Oh no! I
think
think
that's
that I blew out my mic from screeching before, but I did win, and it was unpredicted, like a plot twist from a TV show we don't know.
People tend to be quiet when
You
they just
stabbed
little
me, Doctor.
murder in a
My
cell.
vengeance will be swift.
I mean, you're dead, so I think I'm okay.
I will return, like I've always been.
Like a bad smell. Yes, that's true.
Okay, I
Scott,
smell
honey.
good luck.
Scott, honey, I think you know how to sting, do you?
I am dead. You have to rub it.
Oh, that's right.
Or are you trying? That a werewolf would say such a thing to disguise the fact that he had killed me.
Okay, that is the end of this period of open conversation. That is the end of this period of open conversation.
Learned nothing.
So, you learned nothing. Villagers, you do not use your time efficiently. What can I say? That is down to you. We're going to have a couple of questions that we've had, just checking the audience section. So, let's see what we've got. JJ says, Jenny definitely doesn't have an Aussie accent and is a fake.
Who said that?
JJ Hazan on Facebook.
Oh, sounds like a hater.
Does sound like a hater. Don't trust the Doctor Who. That Doctor Who, far too
Doctor
keen.
Whom, actually.
Yes, indeed, indeed. What part of Australia are you from, Jenny Outback?
The outback.
I guess. Okay, so with this, let's see if we've got any other questions. Any other questions? Eva Martini says, it's bad, Chad, the wolfy lad. So, and JJ also says, Selena is far too quiet. Last time, it was him/her. Just saying. So, lots of suspicion here. Lots of suspicion. So, with this, there will be one final interaction. And it is going to be... Oh, we had that person last time. It's going to be between Bonnet Clyde. And it is going to be with Scott. The corpse of Scott. But luckily, with my psychic ability, we will still hear from Scott. So, Bonnet Clyde and Scott will have one final 1 minute interaction. This is the last opportunity, villagers, to try and figure out who is the werewolf.
Bonnet, I actually stole Zelina's, or tried to steal Zelina's potion, which leads me to believe she is not the wolf. Just giving you that information.
Well, I'm an expert on stealing. And if I steal something, I don't tell anybody. So I'm doubtful, why are you telling me that you steal something?
I'm dead, so I might as well.
Tell me, did you really steal it?
I lost my hand. But I tell you, Nosti Ferratu, he is suspicious to me. Very.
Leave my son alone.
Your son he may be, but he's suspicious.
Well, you look suspicious to me.
What have you stolen recently, Mr. Clyde?
I've stolen the truth recently.
Okay, and that is the end of that period of interaction. So everyone, come on back. Audience, it is now voting time. Vote now and save us. Who do you suspect of being the werewolf? Do let us know in the comment section. Put those comments as quickly as you can, just because you'll have as long as it takes for us to ask everyone else who's still alive who they think is the werewolf. So vote now, audience, and save us. Who do you suspect is the werewolf? Dead Honey Boy, you cannot vote. May God have mercy on your soul. Bonnet Clyde, who do you suspect is the werewolf?
I believe that it's still Dr. J.
Okay, there's a vote against Dr. J.
Don't
Foster.
The loudest to be the first.
Yes, Dr. J. Foster, who do you suspect is the werewolf?
Well, I think I can prove over many, many series and many, many years, almost I think 60, the loudest is the cleverest. So I think actually I'll back at you.
You must sing.
But I forgot I could sing.
Oh, Dr. J. Foster, you have been cursed with silence for the remainder of the day. Please indicate who were you voting for then? Okay, you were voting against Bonnet. Zelina the Goth, who do you suspect?
I suspect the one that Six is afraid of.
Anyone want to help me with that? 8. Okay. You got to remember, guys, I'm doing some tech things.
If I just say it outright, I'm not going to get silence.
7.
Am I?
7. So that's a vote against Jenny. Nosti Ferratu, who do you vote against?
Well, I still think that Bonnet Clyde's a huge nerd, but because everybody else said, I think it's Dr. J.
Okay, that is a vote against Dr. J. I would now like to come to Vlad, but I cannot because Vlad is dead. Chad Wolfman III, who do you suspect?
I will still have my suspicions over the not so good doctor. So, Dr. Foster.
Okay, that is another vote against Dr. Foster. Jenny Outback, who do you suspect?
You know, I gotta say, this guy with the bat in the glove, looking very suspicious, and his name is Wolfman.
Okay, that is a vote against Chad. Let's go over to the comments section, and we have a vote from Jane on Facebook who says Dr. Foster. Styles Clash for Life on Twitch says Chad. Biddy Wink Wink says Dr. J. Sienna says Chad. Eva says Chad. Cheney says Chad. So with that, just having a quick check of things, Chad gets the most votes against him there. But it's not going to make a difference. Dr. J. Foster, you have had the most votes against you. The villagers are sticking to their convictions, and they would like to convict you here. So, is there someone missing on the screen who didn't vote? Oh, well. So, with this, no, Jenny Outback, that's fine. You were just Outback, I didn't realise. So, who would like to execute Dr. J. Foster? Chad,
yes,
you are well up for that. So, everyone else, please step aside. We know the drill by now, but just for the benefit of our audience, this is going to be an execution scene. Vlad, you are not permitted to stay for this. So,
Let the vampire kill.
there will be a 30-second interaction. During this, Jenny, you can make peace with your god if you wish to. But you have two options. Firstly, you can choose to use a protection spell if you have one available, or alternatively, you could choose to grab the last remaining axe if you want to attempt to, for a second time, turn an axe back on your would-be attacker. Chad, though, first things first, please, odds or evens, you potentially can get a bonus protection spell.
Evens.
And it's number 1, so it's an odd. So with this, 30 seconds, and here you go.
Well, this is going to be fun for me. I don't know about you, but I don't like smart people very much. They, as a professional, semi-professional athlete, you intimidate me. So I will...
Okay, I've seen it. So, Dr. J. Foster, you have called to grab an axe. So, please, we'll take the second axe away. Axes have never been used this early before. Give us a number from 1 to 8. 5. No way! So, it is a 5. So, Chad... You have been killed. This has never happened before. 2 axes, 2 kills, the same person. Everyone, come on back. Wow.
What a woman!
Chad, you are dead. Potentially, a werewolf has gotten away 2 days in a row. But we may have just turned an axe back on the werewolf. Chad, please tell us, from beyond the grave, were you the werewolf?
I was not the werewolf.
Wow, so maybe a lucky wolf just got away with murder. Maybe, poor Chad Tedman III, was killed by the werewolf Dr. J. Foster, if Dr. J is in fact. Vlad was also taken out by Dr. J. Foster. We are currently at the situation where the villagers have certainly killed more people than the wolf has. That is, unless the wolf has killed all 3. Jenny out back, look at her face. Is Jenny the werewolf? Bonnet Clyde, examine his reaction here. Does he seem like he is the werewolf? Perhaps dead Honey Boy, killed by a werewolf, was the only one to see the true face of evil. Nosti Ferratu, hiding something behind those glasses? Who can tell? Zelina the Goth. What can we say about Zelina? Perhaps there are some surprises that Zelina isn't showing people. So, with this, it is now the night phase. Will everyone please take out their video view? And audience, give us your thoughts. Who do you think is the werewolf? Someone is making a mockery of us tonight. The werewolf is getting away with things quite a lot so far. So, everyone, you know the drill by now. Please message me directly in the Zoom chat. Who would the werewolf like to kill? And if you are not the werewolf, would you like to use a protection spell, or would you like to attempt to steal someone else's? Let me know. And with this, watch out, there's a wolf about. Okay, so everyone come on back. Everyone come on back. There's been a lot of activity during the night. Let's have a look. Oh, so 1 second, guys, 1 second. Right, it's been a very, very busy evening. Very busy evening. Let's just check. What can I say here? So, first of all, I can say that Nosti, during the night, you were cursed. You were cursed by Dead Honey Boy. Dead Honey Boy, you didn't specify what curse you would like to attempt here. Please tell us now. What would you like?
He must dance an Irish jig, well, anytime he speaks.
Anytime Nosti Ferratu speaks, he must dance an Irish jig. That is not the only curse that I can now confirm with... Oh, it's landed halfway between 2 numbers with a roll of the dice, who's number 3. Bonnet Clyde, you have also been cursed. Throughout the remainder of the day, every time you communicate, you will only be able to communicate in questions. Everything you say has to be a question. If you attempt to break this curse early, you will be cursed with silence for the remainder of the day. So, with this... Zelina, you thief! You attempted to steal a potion during the night, and for your troubles, you have lost a hand. Villagers, when will we learn? I told you, lock yourselves in your own cabins for safety. If you attempt to steal, there's 1, a chance you'll lose your hand, but 2, you'll leave yourself exposed to the wolf, like dead Honey Boy and Zelina did. Zelina, you are dead. The wolf has killed you during the night. So, from beyond the grave, Zelina, please tell us, did you get a glimpse of your would-be attacker?
No, because as you can tell, I've got a lot of split ends, and it obscured my vision, and my glasses are off. I didn't stand a chance.
Okay, interesting stuff. There will now be a period where we will ask each other questions, starting with Dr. J. Foster. Who do you have a question for?
Yes, brilliant. Bonnet Clyde. Yes, I'd like to ask Bonnet Clyde a question, please.
And what's your
Isn't
question?
she cursed with silence?
No.
No, it's a new day, you
It's a
idiot.
new day, it's a new dawn, it's a new life.
I got rid of you in episode 1. It's fine. Bonnet Clyde, you've been very quiet these last few days, and frankly, we need to work together. I want to know, who do you trust in this village apart from me?
Do you think there's anybody we can really trust? Really?
I forgot about your curse.
Didn't get
I
us
was on a
very
roll.
far. Dead Honey Boy. Who do you have a question for?
I have a question for Jenny Outback. Why did you move to this country from Australia?
Because we both speak English.
Okay, fair enough. Nosti Ferratu, who do you have a question for?
Bonnet Clyde's a big nerd, but I want to know where Dr. Jane Foster was last night.
Well, fantastic you should say that. I was actually analysing stuff in my travelling lab. Essentially, it's bigger on the inside. Don't worry about it. But essentially, I was trying to work it out, and I think there are 4 suspects left, including myself. So that's as far as I got.
Okay, Vlad from Beyond the Grave. Who do you have a question for?
I just got off the phone with your mother, Nikki. I just want to know, do you have a birthmark under your underpants?
This guy's a pervert. I'm not talking to him.
Okay. Jenny Outback. Jenny Outback, who's your question for?
All right. So listen, from the beginning, this person's been real manic. The doctor, Jay Foster. Have you been dabbling in the nose powder?
Well, not since the 60s, no, but I've been around quite a bit, and I've tried all sorts of things you would not believe, but let me tell you, this is brilliant, we're narrowing it down. I think I know who it is now.
Okay, Bonnet Clyde, who would you like to ask a question to?
May I ask a question to Nosti, please?
No, because you've just asked me a question. So, unfortunately, you get to ask one person one question.
So, to the best of us.
Next up, unfortunately, you fell into a trap there. Chad Deadman III. Who would you like to ask a question to?
I'd like to throw a question over to Jenny Outback.
Yeah.
Name your top 3 Australians.
Oh, Crocodile Dundee, Steve Irwin, and Bindi.
Who was that?
Who?
Bindi Irwin, she's Steve Irwin's daughter. Pay attention.
Yeah, okay, guys, you get one question, remember, one. Zelina the Gone. Who do you have a question for?
He's
I
gone.
have a question for... I've forgotten, I'm sorry. Yes, I have a question for the dead honey boy. Why did you single me out as a target?
I basically am a bit stupid when it comes to this game because I knew I'd already stolen the protection or attempted. I don't. It was a real mistake to accuse you, and I apologize. I tried to make up for it later.
Okay, let's have a quick look to see if we've got any questions in the audience section. We've got one just come through. Nosty, what's your problem? Asks Michael Wilder on YouTube.
He's my son. That's his problem.
My problem's you little piece of shit.
Oh, you weren't dancing. So with that, you have been cursed with silence for the remainder of the day.
No Irish jig.
Okay, so JJ Hassan says, still think it's the lucky doc. Interesting stuff. We will have one final interaction. Audience, if you have any last questions for this round, this day, do ask them now, because we didn't get many then. And it is going to be between, rolling this, I see that, what number is that? That is going to be between the dead Selena, and it is going to be between Nosty Ferratu. So Selena and Nosty. You'll have this 1 minute interaction. Use this time wisely. Figure out who the werewolf is. So, here you go.
I'm using my goth powers to communicate to you, Nosty. Are you there? I hate it when people ignore me like this. You know, just say do something. Let's know that. Wow, what's you know? This is just like my high school days all over again. No one would talk to me.
Who do you think did it?
I think it's it's far too early for me to make that decision. I've only been dead for less than 24 hours. I'm still adjusting, as you can see. I should be wearing my glasses in the afterlife. I have a suspicion, though. It could be the doctor who's just evading, any medical related questions. I think she or he or whoever it is.
That is the end of this period of interaction. Everyone, come on back. What's to say the nerd? Who is a nerd? Nosty?
Nerd.
I believe it's me.
Okay. So with this, another question. A question is for you, in fact, Dr. Foster.
Excellent, brilliant.
Why do you think Jenny keeps stopping her camera?
Oh, that's a very, very good question. But I think she's actually been put into a time portal and currently is fighting her own sort of time glitches and whatnot. So that's why she keeps coming in and out. That's what I think.
Interesting. So with this, audience, it is now voting time. Vote now and save us. Who do you think is the werewolf? Get your votes in quickly, audience, because it will help us narrow down who we think is the killer amongst the group. So, let's now vote. Nosty Ferratu, who do you vote for? In your own time.
You'd hold up a number.
You could hold up a number. Okay, Bonnet is a nerd, but I vote for the Doctor. So, that is a vote against the Doctor.
Avenge me, son!
Okay, Selena the Gone, you are dead. You cannot vote. So we will come swiftly over to Jenny Outback. Who do you think is...
Hello. Alright, so I think it's that lucky doctor. I agree with that JJ, even though he thinks my accent is fake.
Okay, so you think it is the Doctor? Let's have a look. Chad Deadman III. You are dead, so you cannot vote. So we come to Dr. J. Foster. Who do you suspect?
But look, I think I may have made a faux pas by saying I was the cleverest person in the room right at the beginning, because clearly that has just put a target on my head. But I still think, and it's not going to make any difference, I still think it is Bonnet Clyde. And I wish the other two, you need to believe me, my assistants, you need to believe me that this is the person that has been killing us all this village. It's imperative that you vote against.
So you think it's Bonnet Clyde? Okay.
I
do. Dead Honey Boy, you cannot vote. Vlad Dracula, we may have another 100 years of this very soon because most of you are dead at the hands of the Doctor. Right, Vlad, you are dead, you cannot vote. Bonnet Clyde, who do you think it is?
I have a strange feeling about this nasty boy.
Okay.
He's a bit nasty. He's been mentioning my name the whole night, so it's either it's a diversion tactic as well, or he has a thing for people with bonnets.
Gross, man! Ew!
Oh, hang on. Did you just attempt to break a curse there, Nosty?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, so with that, Nosty, you are going to go to a premature execution scene. So, who would like to volunteer to execute Nosty? It's got to be one of the living. Who would like to attempt to execute Nosty?
No one kills my son but me.
I need a volunteer. Okay,
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Dr. J. Foster. Okay, everyone come on back. Sorry, everyone go away. Leave Nosty and Dr. J. So, with this, there will be a 30-second execution scene. Nosty, you may have missed this on the rules. If you get cursed, you must stick with that curse. If you break the curse, you are cursed with silence. If you break that silence, you're just too troublesome and you go to an execution. We will continue the vote in a moment, but first, Dr. J. Foster, odds or evens?
Oh, it's working well for me so far. Let me just check the time streams. Let's go for odds again.
It is a 1. You have got yourself a bonus protection spell.
Crikey.
So, with this, the luckiest person. Right, Nosty Ferratu, you will have 30 seconds to make peace with your god here. You can call, well, there are no axes left, so you can't call to grab an axe, but you can call to use a protection spell if you have one. So, 30 seconds by the end of this. Either carry out the execution or protect yourself if you can. Continue.
Now, look, I don't like violence. I actually say a big thing against guns.
My son!
Okay, so with this, Nosty Ferratu is called to use a protection spell. I can confirm you still had one. So, you have protected yourself. Everyone come on back. We will continue the vote from where we were.
My
So,
boy, you have proven your worth.
okay, there are 3 protection spells that were originally in the village and any bonus ones that people haven't used yet. So, let's go over to the votes and see what we've got. Janie says, she said Misty, but then changed it to Nosty. So that's Janie on Twitch. Sienna says Bonnet. Alright, let's have a look what else we've got. Biddy Wink Wink says Dr. Foster. JJ says my ears are hurting. Why? Because someone was talking about you. Jane says Dr. Foster. Battlecat says Jenny. The Gallant Hero says Dr. J. JJ Hassan says it's the doc still. Styles Clash says Jenny. Michael says Jenny. So how many is that for Jenny there? That's 3 for Jenny, 1 for Nosty.
Too many.
What?
Too many.
Too many.
Too many for Jenny. How many was that for Nosty? 1 for Nosty, 1 for Bonnet, and 1, 2, 3 for the Doctor. Let's have a look where we're at in the votes. Dr. Foster, you have now been put up for execution for another time because the votes wouldn't have made a difference there. So, who would like to attempt to execute Dr. J. Foster? One of the living, please.
Son, do it.
So, Nosty, you're alive. You can do this. Is that a yes? Jenny, you are alive.
I mean, I can do it.
Okay, so Jenny... Oh, hang on. So, Nosty, was that you? Was that you? Did you want it?
Yes, he said
I
this.
don't know how to do this.
Okay, yeah, okay. I will say that you said yes there. So, everyone just leave Nosty and Dr. J. Foster. How the tables have turned. Dr. J. Foster, your luck may have run out this time. But...
No! No, it hasn't.
Oh, no,
so, you will have 30 seconds to make peace with your god. Nosty, you get to carry out the execution unless Dr. J can protect herself with a protection spell. So here you go.
Drink her blood! Quick!
Little Nicky, please say all your words quickly. I don't think we have much time. Whilst you're writing that, I'd like to save myself, please.
Okay, so with that, Dr. J. Foster, you earned a bonus protection spell. You have used your bonus protection spell. So with that, no one got killed at the end of this day. So this will continue on slightly more. Everyone, well, you don't have to come back. You can go lock yourselves into your rooms safely as you can. And once again, it is the night phase. Audience, Vlad, you need to leave.
Does the dead care?
I care. So, with that, everyone is back locked away safely in their cabins. So, would the werewolf please communicate directly to me on the Zoom chat who they would like to take out as their next victim? If you have a protection spell, you can call to use it by saying protect me in the Zoom chat. And if you wish to steal someone else's protection spell, like I said, I believe there are 3 left in the village, then you can, or is it 3 or is it 2 now? I forget. You can ask to steal someone's protection spell. So, let me know. And with this, watch out, guys, because there is a wolf about. Okay, everyone come on back. Everyone come on back. It's been another active night here in the village. Let's have a look. So, first things first. Let's check the timings of these. So, the doctor, I'm afraid to say, you are dead tired because you have been cursed again. So, Chad Deadman has used his curse from beyond the grave, and for the remainder of this day, you will only be able to communicate in famous movie quotes. You'll only be able to communicate in famous movie quotes. Let's just see what else we've got going on. Unfortunately, that's not the only curse, though. So with a roll of the dice, I can see that Selena, from beyond the grave, you have been cursed. And throughout the remainder of this day, you will only be able to communicate in 2-syllable words. Everything you say has to be 2-syllable words. Every word must have 2 syllables, no more, no less. But, Jenny, you have been cursed by Zelina. Zelina, with your curse in place, would you please tell us what is the curse you didn't specify? How would you like to curse Jenny?
Wolfgang, checking message.
Okay, I will check. I will check. That's exactly what you would like to curse. Oh, so Jenny, you will have to use double-syllable words as well. So you will have to use double-syllable words every time you communicate. This is going to be an interesting show to decipher for our audience. Let's have a look. Oh my gosh. What is up with you people? Dead Honey Boy wants to curse Nosti. Everyone is using up their curses on this day. Nosti, for the remainder of this day, the audience can't keep track of this shit. Right, Nosti, for the remainder of this day, you can only speak in metaphors. You can only speak in metaphors. Okay? And, let's have a look. With this, I can say, oh my goodness. Jenny, you're okay, but Bonnet, you have been murdered. Bonnet, you are dead. I'm so sorry, Bonnet. So with that, you have been killed. From beyond the grave, Bonnet, please tell us, did you get a glimpse of your attacker in the night?
Yes, I think the attacker is very shady.
Okay, interesting stuff. So now we will have a round of questions. Dead Honey Boy from beyond the grave, who do you have a question for?
I have a question for Nosti.
Okay.
Nosti, I believe you did it. Or else answer this. Why did you wait so long before you used your protection?
Why are you a piece of shit?
That ain't no metaphor, man.
Okay, that is not a metaphor. Nosti, you have been cursed with silence for the remainder of the day.
Piece of shit. That's a metaphor.
The
Okay.
wolf would do that.
Don't. Okay, I will, because that was as I was announcing it. If you break that silence again, you will be put to execution. So be warned, there, Nosti. Dr. J. Foster, who do you have a question for?
Oh, it's. Woman in black. Question
Woman
mark?
in black. Okay, and what is your question?
Who do you think you did it? I don't know. I can't
Okay, so you've been cursed with silence. You could have said Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but still. Okay, with that, Chad Deadman III, who do you have a question for?
I'd like to direct my question to our lovely possible Australian Jenny Outback. Is it true that you were around at the deceased's house last night? Were you hanging with Bonnet Clyde last night?
Couldn't.
Oh, what happened?
That's it, I think.
Oh, couldn't think of another word.
Bonnet.
Right, I understand. Nosti Ferratu, you were silenced. Would you like to attempt to ask someone a question? I know you have a notepad there. Isn't calling someone a piece of shit a metaphor? Is it?
It's a metaphor for your piece of shit.
It's an insult. What is it a metaphor for? No, I'm interested in this line of inquiry. Justify that that's a metaphor, and if I like your answer, you can talk again. Justify this metaphor whilst you're doing that, because I am interested here. Audience, I'll remind you that this is Extreme Improv's show, Revenge of the Werewolf. But we have loads of other shows. We have short-form improv comedy shows every Wednesday and Thursday at 8:30 p.m. UK time and 12 p.m. on Fridays UK time. Coming up in next week, we're going to have lots of Halloween themed shows, including a version of Night of the Living Dead revoiced, which is going to be the actual movie, just with performers giving new voices to the characters. So with that, Nosti Ferratu, have you justified this metaphor? Okay, the person is like a piece of shit, but I can't use like or as.
That's not...
Interesting.
It's not a metaphor.
Did it?
I like the tenacity here. Nosti, you can talk. Right, so, Bonnet Clyde from Beyond the Grave. Who do you have a question for?
I have a question for Jenny. If I become loud, Jenny, would you be okay with that?
Crikey. Maybe?
Okay, so next up, Zelina the Gone. Who do you have a question for?
Dr. Foster, smiling after Bonnet murdered, reveal.
What? Okay, hang on, I can't see.
That you cannot understand.
Brilliant. Okay, fantastic stuff. Jenny Outback, who do you have a question for?
Misspelled. Brilliant.
Wait.
Question.
Hang on, you said brilliant. That's got 3 syllables.
I said brilliant.
I'm willing to accept that. I like the tenacity. Right, so, okay, who is your question for?
Question! Foster. Killer happened today. Misspelled.
Brilliant. It says brilliant.
Okay, well, that is certainly misspelled. Just having a look at the comments section, audience, continue to ask questions and give us thoughts. JJ Hassan says, awful Aussie accent. JJ says, wasn't sure, Cobber. I see what he's waiting for there. Let's see if we have any other questions coming through. Nosti, why do you think people are pieces of you-know-what? You can talk. I gave you the permission to talk.
Only Honey Boy's a real piece of shit.
Okay, and lastly, from Beyond the Grave, Vlad, Dracula Tepes, who do you have a question for?
I have a slight question and a request to the Doctor, who I believe cannot talk. Still, my request is, can you hit a C note?
Let it go. Okay, so with this, there will now be 1 minute, because I don't think many of you can talk properly. 1 minute of open conversation, work out who is the werewolf. Take it away.
It's nasty, for definite. He's had a problem with poor Bonnet Clyde all along, and then he killed him.
I still think it's the Doctor.
I call you just a nerd. But she's a werewolf, and you're a piece of shit. So nasty.
Fellas, the one who dies in the beginning will lose the game if the werewolf dies in the beginning. It is obvious that it's the Doctor.
No, I don't believe so.
There's a lot of
Nost.
One of them just digging vengeance.
ground, but anybody who's willing to just flat out use
Totally agree with that, Honey Boy.
immediately.
Yeah, Chad is right. She went for the axe instead of the potion. She's confident that she will not be killed in the beginning.
No, she's already used her potion, because she's not the werewolf.
Double.
No, when I died.
Shut up, you piece of shit.
Okay, that is the end of that 1 minute. We will have one final minute of interaction, which, just looking at who I believe hasn't done one of these yet, is Jenny and...
Number Ocho, curse is broken.
He's been freed.
Number Ocho.
I have no idea what's going on right now. So, Jenny and Chad, you'll have 1 minute to talk it amongst yourselves to work out, give clues, perhaps uncover or slip up. Who do you think is the werewolf? Just
Hello?
Jenny and Chad, yep.
Jenny, do you still have a potion left?
Maybe.
Oh, that's definitely werewolf talk. That's, I see it on your face.
Okay.
I see it on your face. That's wolf. That's wolf around the eyes. Wolf, yeah,
Estee Lauder. Estee Lauder.
I don't think that is Estee Lauder. It's nope. It's Estee Wolf. I think this could be
Killer.
Yeah, there you go. You're admitting it. You're a killer. That's flat out admission. So I do think it's Jenny now. My suspicions have averted. I think you may be the wolf.
Curses.
Okay, everyone come on back. Audience, I've already put it up. It is voting time. Who do you suspect is the werewolf? Vote now and save us. Who is the werewolf? So, with this... Dr. J. Foster didn't get a question. I'm so sorry. Who do you have a question for, Dr. J. Foster? 5, you have a question for Scott. Okay, what is your question? Okay, so, was it Beauty that killed the Beast?
No, it was Smelly Nasty that killed. I firmly believe he is the werewolf.
Yes, okay. Fair enough. Okay, so that's interesting that you continued with the theme of using the movie quotes. Right, okay, well, okay, let's have a look. Audience, it is voting time now. Chad Deadman the Third, you cannot vote as you are dead. Jenny Outback, who do you suspect of being the werewolf?
Nasty!
Okay, there is a vote against Nosty. Nosty, who do you suspect of being the werewolf?
The doctor.
Okay, there is a vote against the doctor. Dr. Foster, you are still alive. Who do you suspect of being the werewolf? Nosty. There is a second vote against Nosty. Dead Honey Boy, you cannot vote. Zelina is gone. And by Bonnet Clyde, also taken from us. So now we will go over to the audience. I'm going to give you a few more seconds to get your votes in, just because if you don't, then we may make a mistake. We may kill another innocent villager. And so because there's less votes, there's giving you less time to play catch up. Vlad, you are still dead. Were you off somewhere changing your shirt? Let's have a look. Votes are coming in thick and fast. I'm going to remind our audience, just to vamp for time. Sorry, Vlad, I don't mean you when I say vamp. That, coming up in a couple of weeks' time, we're going to have the Extreme Improv XStreamed Team Championship. So do look out for that. So that's going to go across a couple of weeks, and we'll have lots of guest shows, stand-up comedy, short form, long form, and of course the titular Extreme Improv XStreamed Team Championship, where teams including the Vampire Penguins, the Time Travelling Midwives, the Biscuit Patrol, and so many others will be battling it out for team superiority. Having a look at the comments, let's have a look. This is very interesting. There are 2 votes against Chad, 3 votes against Chad. Chad is long since dead, guys. I know he was just in the interaction, but there are 3 different votes against Chad. Chad is dead. Do you want to vote again? If you voted Chad, that doesn't count. But JJ Hassan says the doc is still dodgy. Janie says Jenny. Sienna says Nosty. Battlecat says Jenny. Jane says Chad. Has the stream gone down? Has the stream gone down? People not seen that Chad died. Styles says Jenny. Any other votes coming through? So that's 1 against the doctor. 1 against Nosty, 2 against Jenny, 3 against Jenny, and 4 against Chad. You are both pieces of shit, but Doc is a wolf. Okay, so we've got another vote for Jenny, putting Jenny tied in that position. So, still Chad from the grave, says Dave Gifford. That's another vote for Chad. Chad can't be the werewolf, I promise you guys. Did the stream go down? Tell us. But anyway... and another vote has gone for Jenny. So Jenny, you get a vote against you there. Doesn't matter though, that's the only vote against you. We have got the most votes this time. Dr. Foster, they're not for you. It is for Nosty. Nosty, you have got the most votes against you. Either Jenny or Dr. J. Foster. Okay, Jenny, you have volunteered to take out... You have volunteered. I was about to ask, who would like to... What? You would like to execute. Yes, that's what I was saying. So, Dr. J. Foster and Nosty. Everyone else, please step aside. This will be a private affair.
My son!
So, Nosty, you will have 30 seconds. Dr. J. Foster, please say anything you need to whilst being silenced. Odds. Okay, so you can get a potential bonus protection spell. And You said odds is the number 4. So for the first time, you have been unlucky here. Nosti, if you have any protection spells left, you can attempt to use them to save your life. There are no axes left. So 30 seconds, and then carry out the execution. If he doesn't protect himself, take it away.
You're the wolf, you... I thought it was goddamn Honey Boy. He's just a piece of shit. You're a wolf, and I hate you. You're a real disturber of shit.
He killed your father!
Yeah, you killed my dad, who is a pervert, apparently, but yeah, I don't like you. Because you're the wolf, obviously. What do you can't... I got
5 seconds left.
I'm allowed to talk.
Okay, and so with that, the time has run out and the execution will go ahead. Nosti, you have been killed by Dr. Jane Foster. I think that's the 3rd person killed by Dr. Jane Foster. So, let's have a look. There is only Dr. Jane Foster and Jenny still alive. Everyone come back just a moment. Because using my psychic ability, please tell us, Nosti, from beyond the grave, are you the werewolf? And you got the werewolf, so well done. Dr. J. Foster and Jenny survive the night. Yes. So Nosti was the werewolf, Jenny and Dr. J. Foster survived. So well done, guys. Well done. You got him in the end. So, excellent stuff. There you go, audience. Were you right? Did you catch the werewolf there? Give us any thoughts you've got in the comment section. We will still be here for a few minutes just whilst we talk strategies, and we'll wrap up in a few minutes. So, guys, tell me things.
I knew Foster, she hadn't, what was it? She'd used the protection spell because she grabbed an axe. Yep. I should have homed in on that.
Yep, quick. I did it first night. Because I thought, because I've been so loud, people are going to kill me straight away.
Well, I had to have my vengeance, so I was against you.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff.
Yeah, pure luck.
Did anyone else spot
my son.
Nosti was unusually aggressive.
And he kept deliberately getting himself silenced as well, I think.
Interesting.
Deliberately.
Doesn't know what a metaphor is, apparently.
But the most horrifying thing is that I had sex with a werewolf. And that is my son.
That's not horrifying or surprising, mate.
No, I've got to be honest.
It is for me.
Okay, any other thoughts? Did anyone, was anyone completely wrong? Who was it that was suspecting? How many votes did Nosti get? Nosti didn't get that many votes. 1 vote in the 3rd day, 2 votes in the 4th day only.
Yeah.
Didn't suspect. I genuinely thought it was Bonnet Clyde right from the beginning. And then when they died, I was like, oh, whoops. My bad.
Honey Boy, even though I knew I was the wolf, he just looks like a real piece of shit.
We're really offensive, mate. I'm glad you got killed.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, we went kind of crazy cursing each other. So there's been a few things. The evolution of this show, obviously, over the last couple of weeks, I've kind of flitted back and forth between longer periods of open discussion and asking questions. But the big change this week, well, 2 things. 1, 2 axes were grabbed by the same person and successfully used. We've only had 1 successful use of the axe before.
You murdered me.
Yep.
But
yeah.
And I do it again.
I'll regenerate, no worries.
But then the other thing that was a change this week is, and this, I think Ewan may have actually started this, wanting to curse people. Was that you that started it, or someone else?
Yeah, I'm sure it was Ewan.
No, it was me. I cursed.
No. This predated you.
Yeah.
But yeah, people putting curses on each other. But yeah, like there was 1 round where there were 4 curses placed on people, which just in terms of the flow of the show made it interesting.
But let them do something else.
Yeah, and guys, this is the point of the show where afterwards I always say that whilst we're still live, if you want to chat and say stuff, you can. But if not, we'll begin to wrap it up.
Were we quite quick to catch them this time? Wasn't right at the end.
That seemed really quick.
No, it was really quick. So we have hit the 90 minutes into the show cut-off point where I won't say that we'll skip forward 100 years. Literally to the minute. It is exactly half past. But starting again, if it was 2 minutes ago, would have been... Because we tried that before and then it seemed to go on forever. The reason why it went so quick this time was because Dr. Foster killed 2 people with axes. And then only one person protected themselves during the night. Whereas on last week's show, Ewan, you stole potions from people when you were the werewolf, and no one died for 40 minutes.
Who stole my potion?
Who? Oh, okay. I don't know. Let's just have a look. Who are you? Stolen. Ewan stole yours.
Oh, you!
Oh no! Wait a minute. No, I tell a lie. No, sorry, Vlad. You stole one from Ewan. So it was the other way round. Who?
But then why can't I use it?
You could. Someone else stole yours. It's just I haven't written all of these down.
I just want to say that I am going to unsubscribe to you and Henderson Actor on YouTube.
We're very valued. We need you as a subscriber.
Okay, so with this, let's find out where we can find all of our performers and audience. We will have another Revenge of the Werewolf next week. So first of all, look at this. This is one of the first weeks where people haven't all started completely undressing at the end of the show. Nosti Ferratu. It's true. Everyone decides, right, I'm getting out of character now. Nosti Ferratu, where can the people find you?
Well, I'm going to be in this great competition run by this very program. Also, I will say, once again, as always, buy this book. And also, I'm trying to get a campaign going at Papa John's Pizza to get the Shakaroni Pizza reinstated. So if anybody knows anybody at Papa John's, please reach out to them.
Okie dokie. Next up, Vlad the Impaler. Where can people find you?
Well, Vlad will obviously return for the next show because I'm immortal. That's another thing. Besides that, you can meet my alter ego on his... let me go again. Damn it. I hate this mouse. You can meet me in my YouTube channel. There's actually now 50 subscribers now. I have dressed up as Dracula in that YouTube channel as well. And I have sung, I have danced, and I have turned myself in the bucket, but to spare you of any horrible memories, I'm not going to show you that. But if you want to get to know me on Facebook, you can connect with me on Facebook, and that is Kapil Dev KI. And if you just want to see me without my shirt off, you can connect with me on Instagram, and that is @KKapilDave.
Okay.
No virtual dollars.
Next up, Fiona, where can everyone find you?
Hello.
One of our
When I'm not
survivors.
being a lucky bitch, I run 2 podcasts, and look, I've actually made a fucking background, like, because I feel like inadequate compared to all these other actors and improvisers. So I run What Am I Rolling podcast. It is a twice monthly RPG one-shot podcast. We do all sorts. If you like your Dungeons and Dragons, you like your Star Wars, you like your Fate RPGs, that's where you can go for that. I also run, down here is the DM's book club. So if you really enjoy Dungeons and Dragons and like reading lots and lots of things, come join me and my co-hosts, and we're going to talk about Dungeons and Dragons and basically do a book club. So that's the What Am I Rolling and the DM's book club.
Okie dokie. Thank you so much. Dead Honey Boy, where can the people find you?
Hello. You can find me at YouTube Actor. Now, I'm trying to get to 45 subscribers, and I have an appeal. If everyone can just get one of your friends, all my subscribers, just force someone else to subscribe, please. I think it would be good. Thank you.
Okay, so with that, let's see. By Bonnet Clyde. George, where can the people find you?
People can find me. I'm with the Richley Improv, and we have an upcoming show on November 7th, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Richley Improv is part of the Queen City Global Improv Project. And I'll also be part of the Extreme Championship in November.
Fantastic stuff.
Thanks.
Danny O'George, where can people find your beard these days?
Down the drain with my career, but I'm part of the Pulse with Improv experience. You can find us here on Facebook. I personally don't have any social media that's public, but if you want to see more of me, I'm also in the Extreme Improv Team Championship as one of the supervillains. If you want something a bit sooner, then you can check out Donovan TPS on YouTube, where I will be collaborating with him and some other improvisers from around the world on Sunday. 5 p.m. UK time, 1 p.m. New Eastern time. I'm sorry, I'm rambling at this point.
Okay, thank you. That's because all of the power was in your beard. So, next
Your
up.
face is naked.
JD, Chad Deadman III, where can everyone find you?
I am on Twitter at J_Dakota4, and I'm also a part of the Extreme Improv Team World Championships, representing Team Conspiracy.
Fabulous stuff. Then Elkie, where can everyone find you, our other survivor today?
Yeah. You can find me at Elkie TV. If you read below, Elkie TV, ELKE TV. All the platforms, Facebook, friend me. You can find out about my upcoming workshop. I am teaching a character workshop this Tuesday. It's on Zoom, so anybody from around the world can participate. And I will be performing tonight along with David and October surprise with Chattanooga Improv.
Yes, absolutely. So, very quickly for me, my name is David Postansky. I'm very disappointed that I thought I was going to be a wolf this whole show, so I didn't put any costume on at all. But I will work out that technology and hopefully it will return. But you can get the Extreme Improv Big Book of Improv Games on Amazon all the way around the world. And you can get it as a paperback or a Kindle edition, and it says how to play over 100 short-form improv games, and it's written in mostly simple language so that it doesn't use lots of terminology from the improv world. It's got little smatterings of it, but anyone can hopefully follow it. So do check that out on Amazon. You can find me on social media at David Pustansky, spelled Pustansky. Just to plug a couple of other things for people. I promised that I wouldn't overpush Ewan Henderson actor on YouTube, so I won't do that. But what I will say is, of course, do see Improv Chattanooga's October surprise show tonight, as Elkie mentioned, which is on at about 1 a.m. UK time, which is, I think, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And also this weekend there will be the World of Improv, which will have 4 shows from the world of improv, including a show that I am in, which is called Le Rondabout. It is called Le Rondabout, where we will be performing the classic long-form improv format, a Le Ronde. And there's going to be some great improvisers involved in this 2-day event, including Jay Suko, Asad Khan, Ellie Gill, lots of people, Sarah Davies, who you have seen on Extreme Improv before, Hannah McGowan, and loads and loads more. So do check that out at the World of Improv on YouTube and on Facebook. So, for that, guys, I will say thank you so much. Stay safe. Watch out for werewolves. And for God's sake, stay extremed. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
And we're off the air. Awesome, guys. Great show.
Guys, when Bonnet did his